Hey guys, Greg with PNW Enduro. Today I'm super stoked. I'm finally getting a chance to ride a Sherco. This is the Sherco 250SE Factory Edition. Been trying to get my hands on one of these bikes for a long time now. I'm going to get to test it out on the trails today and let you know what I think of it. It's looks pretty sweet. So, of course, KYB suspension front and back. Factory editions also come with FMF pipe and silencer, that's really great to have that stock, although it's not a spark arrestor on the back, so technically you need to change that anyways, but it's still nice to have FMF come stock. Also has a fan stock. That's great because it's always good to have a fan. So I'm gonna go hit the trails on this and let you know what I think. Also worth mentioning, AXP skid plate is stock on these bikes. It's nice to come with a skid plate. Would prefer if it did have a linkage guard though. It's always good to have a linkage guard. So if it was my bike, I'd be upgrading that right away with skid plate with the beaver tail on there. You can also see there's no Kickstarter. These bikes are electric start only and there's no option to add a kicker. I don't think that's an issue myself. I'm used to using electric start all the time anyways. All right, first ride on the Sherco. I'd like to give a shout out to Chris at On The Pipe Performance. He is our local Sherco dealer and he was nice enough to loan me his personal bike for the day to demo. Low first and second gear. I'll go around. Okay guys, the suspension on this thing is amazing. This is like riding on a pillow. This is so plush. It's freaking awesome. KYB front and back. To me, they feel softer, they feel better than the ones on the Yamaha that I rode last week. It's got lots of torque. I'm able to lift the front end on those little pivots pretty easily. Although I loved the suspension on the Sherco, I did find the front end a little bit twitchy on slow turning situations. I really think that could be tuned out by just changing the fork height in the clamps though. So it feels pretty nimble on the trail. I wouldn't say it's a heavy feeling bike at all. Of course, this bike has hydraulic clutch. like all good European enduro bikes do. Nice torque to climb that loose hill in second. Putting the power to the ground pretty well. Got an M5B on this. So not the gummy I'm used to. Oh, this trail's pretty torn up. That's the first time I've heard the fan come on all day. So the Sherco has similar to a beta design where it's one clip. Take your seat off, air filters right down there. Clips back on really easily. It's nice. Electric start seems like it's just slightly slower to fire up than the KTM one. Not a big deal, but if you're a hair scramble guy, might be something to think about. Bike settles nice into the corners. Nice and nimble. Whew. Oh, that's nasty. Just checking trail forks on the phone to see where we're at. Don't want to take someone else's bike onto the most gnarly trails. So the foot pegs on this bike are really nice, but they are totally flat. And it's kind of affecting my riding a little bit. I keep shifting my feet around. It feels like they kind of want to slide off a little bit. Be nicer if they were cambered up a little bit like most bikes are. I don't know if that's more of a trials bike thing or what. Pretty loose downhill. So this bike does have more vibration than the KTM. I don't really notice it when I'm riding so much. I don't think it's a big factor. Probably similar to the new Counterbalance Beta 300 in that respect. One thing's for sure, this is a really nice looking bike. I really like the styling and the colors that Sherco's using. On the trail, I'm really comfortable on this bike. I like it a lot. It handles great. It's got good bottom end power. A lot of grunt for a 250. Yeah, getting back to the suspension on this KYB stuff, it just lights out. It is so good. I think if I had this stuff tuned to my weight, I'd pick it over my KTM suspension for sure. It's just so plush. It soaks everything up. Oh, I can't say enough good stuff about it. This is probably favorite bike I've tested this year. I could own this bike and ride it and be happy for sure. It's really nice. So yeah, overall, really pleased with this Sherco. I'm going to try and get my hands on the new 2021s later on if I can. I know these bikes are in really high demand right now, but it'd be interesting to see how much better they are when they're counterbalanced now too. But again, big thanks to Chris at OTP in Squamish. They are your Sherco dealer. There's not many people carrying Sherco, so he's your guy. And reluctantly, I'm gonna have to go give the bike back to him at the end of the day.